the country we live in is also quite incredible. Spain has, you know, a very accommodating legal system and an incredible amount of constitutional protection of personal integrity and civil liberty. So in actually what's happening now around the world is many countries is becoming more and more difficult to receive medicines, and Spain is actually very different. There was a very famous case just 6 months ago, and someone was caught with ayahuasca, and they tried to do the most draconian interpretation of his possession, and then claimed that it was dangerous drugs, and the case came to the judge, and the judge went through the reference materials and concluded that I'm not going to try this case. Not only is there questionable reasons to believe that this is harmful, it actually could be very beneficial. And my recommendation to regulators is to find a way to deal with these processes and regulate them. And that was it. Case closed. The person went free. So this is, you know, huge. And also, it gives us an opportunity here in Spain right now on the research side. In all of the Western world, it's very difficult to conduct research on non-chemical compounds. You know, the Western scientific process is about, you know, reducing noise, so singular compounds. And it's very difficult to get anything approved that is not targeted to a clinical condition. And what we are able to do here in this research institute and this foundation is to study non-medical conditions and using plant medicines and plant natural compounds, really. And I think this is very special. Because I think everyone in this room has had at least one very transformative psychedelic experience, and many of us have an ongoing relationship with psychedelics and plant medicines, and I think we have all seen how much benefits that they can provide us in our lives. And right now, the way the psychedelic drug development world is heading, which is tremendous and amazing and fantastic, and companies like Beckley Psytech and Amanda are doing tremendous progress in that direction, and there's many companies and initiatives, but it's still very much focused on the tip of the iceberg, the people that are suffering from very debilitating conditions, such as treatment-resistant depression and post-traumatic stress and so on. But what we can study here is really look into the future and say, you know, what else can this be useful for, and how can it be done in a more holistic way, where we don't have to reduce it so narrowly, but we can take a broader view on how these healing journeys can be done, and how they can be done in a more holistic way. And this legal opportunity is here, but not only is it the legal opportunity, it's also an opportunity because you have a bureaucracy and a political class, especially in Catalonia, that is very well educated and very bold, and thanks to decades of work from people like Claudio Naranjo, who was actually an initial founder of this foundation and this initiative, but sadly passed away. The work of Claudio Naranjo, the work of ICEERS, Ben Delonen is here in the room. If you get a chance to speak to him, definitely take that opportunity. You know, together they published with the Health Ministry of Catalonia a guideline on safe plant medicine practices. I might misstate that slightly, but broadly that's what the essence was. And this was a publication from the Health Ministry, and that just shows you that they are very well advanced. In Catalonia, they regulated, someone discovered this backdoor with cannabis clubs, and instead of shutting it down, they tackled the problem head on and created a regulatory structure to enable it. So Catalonia is very avant-garde, if you like. And then, which is the reason why it is avant-garde, it has, outside of the United States, pretty much, and Holland, is one of the most well-established communities of both plant medicines and psychedelic therapy. So, you know, it's a huge amount of people who have done this work, not only facilitating for patients, but also worked with it themselves. And this is really unique. That's why I think we really have a unique opportunity now with BMed and this incredible team that you will get to know better. And I think it's the perfect moment, and I think Ibiza is the perfect place. And everyone who knows about this team and this process knows that you get this many characters in a room. It's not going to be easy, because everyone are kind of, you know, rebels and dreamers and rule breakers, and you know, and now to get everyone together and to kind of find a course. But thankfully, Lina came like a guiding angel and kind of kicked us in the butt, and now we're heading forward, and it's really, really exciting. And I just want to express my gratitude for everyone on this front bench here for all this work and all this commitment over 3.5 years. So much time, so much discussions, every Tuesday, another call, and actually with very little tangible progress. But now we put ourselves in a position where I think we can really create something that can make a big difference for our ability to enjoy these wonderful compounds in the most constructive ways in our societies, which I think will have a tremendous impact on the world and the trajectory of the world. So thank you, everybody, and I don't know, who do I hand over to?